Hi friends, this is Bear and welcome to Aussie Bear Budgets. I just realised I'm not very centred. I am very not centred. How's that? Is that a bit better? Not that it really matters because it'll all get in my way anyway. Okay, so what we're doing today is our weekly budget breakdown. It is that time of the week again. It comes around so fast. Now, you may have noticed that I have changed this to a different day. I didn't do this last week because April was a 5-week month and I kind of ran out of money before the 5th week. So I wasn't able to do a complete breakdown and stuffing of my sinking funds. So I skipped it for last week. But everything all balanced out anyway because I had covered the 4 weeks as I normally would in a month. So there wasn't one last week. And because of the fact that I now am doing volunteer work 3 days a week, I've changed up my filming schedule and my uploading schedule a little bit. So this is happening on a different day. And primarily why I've put this onto a different day is because I was doing this on the weekend, like uploading it on the weekend, but I don't actually get my payment from Centrelink until Tuesdays. So I thought it made more sense for this to go up on a Monday than on the weekend and then have a couple of days in between before I actually get any money. So that was part of the reason why I did swap that up. All right, so the date today is the 6th of the 5th, 25, and that means that there is 9 days until my birthday. 9 days, yay. Victory dance, hey. And it also means that Sunday is Mother's Day. Well, here in Australia, I know that Mother's Day has already happened in the UK, but yeah, here in Australia and I believe in the US and many other countries, Mother's Day is the 2nd Sunday of May, which is the 11th, so that's this Sunday coming. So that's exciting as well. So yeah, Mother's Day and my birthday. I love the month of May. I get spoiled. I love it. All right, this week we are stuffing $630, 30 of which is tax. All right, so we are putting in, now this could be a short video because there's quite a few categories that I am not going to be stuffing this time, and I will explain why. But right now, let's start at the beginning. So I am putting in the normal $200 for groceries and $50 for cats. I went through just about all of that last week because everything's so expensive for a start, but my cats are so fussy, especially Miss Pippin, that yes, I went through all of the cat money. Now, I spent $10 out of my personal money, out of my purse, so that brought that down to $40. So I'm putting this $10 back into my purse to bring it back up to $50 rather than putting it into the binder envelope. So that's that. So nothing for eating out and miscellaneous because those are both capped at $50 in my purse. So those are good as well. Now, the short-term sinking funds, $25 is going to savings. Now, all of the envelopes are empty because I have done a cash condensing and back to the bank, and so I've emptied out all of the envelopes and put the money into the bank. Now, self-care is getting nothing. So that has, that still has, well, not all of the envelopes, all the envelopes that I have bank categories for are empty, not all of my regular ones. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Okay, so self-care has $250. Now, I have a massage coming up on Wednesday, so some of this is going to come out, and then the following week I have a hair appointment the day before my birthday. So more of it will be coming out. So this is going to get a bit of a hit. Probably around about $200 is going to be coming out of these in the next 2 weeks. Because it's not often that they fall that close together because I get my hair done every 6 weeks and I get a massage every 4 weeks. So it takes a few months for them all to fall close together or in the same week. Okay, mowing is getting its 15, and so that will be, what will that be? That should be 135, because I think I've got 120 in there already, so that'll be 135. I haven't added these up properly. I've got my cheat sheet off to the right here, and I haven't added them up properly because I'm an idiot. Because I've got, oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, so 135 for mowing, 135, and 250 up here for self-care. Now, medication is not getting anything because it's got enough. So that's got 100 in there. So that's 100 over there. Now, groceries and cats is getting its 5. And that puts 5 in there. Plus there is 270 in the bank. So that is 275 for groceries and 175 for cats. Church is getting its usual 50. Phone is not getting anything because it has 80. And that is coming out in 2 weeks. Now, it'll be 75 coming out, so 80, because I got a letter recently letting me know that my plan is going up. So it's going up from $68 to $71. It's going up by $3. But because I don't deal with coins, I'll just be taking 75 out to pay it, and the coins will just go in my coin bags. So, yeah, so that's really annoying. It's really annoying because I've got this worked out to save around the 70 per month or something like that. It's not even 70 per month. I put $5 in a day and it's 70 per month. It's like nowhere near making it. That's where the sinking funds savings challenges come in handy, because then I can top up things like the phone. Because money it's not stretching. Money is not stretching. But thank goodness for savings challenges and sinking funds, savings challenges especially, because they help make ends meet. Okay, personal for the binder is not getting anything because the $10 was put in up here. So that has 50 in it. All right, so we've got 50 there, 80 there, and 50 there. And then over to the next page. So eating out in the binder is not getting anything because it has got nothing in it. So that's not getting anything. Now miscellaneous is getting $100, which is all of these ones that I'm not paying, like the self-care money, the medication money, the phone money, and also a few of these that I'm skipping this week. So up to $100, and the reason being I want to build up miscellaneous a bit like a buffer. I want to get that built up to a couple of $100. I mean, ideally I would like to get it built up to $600, because it really worried me more than I let on. But it really worried me to have a week in a month where I didn't have enough money to cover everything. And thankfully, savings challenges meant that I could do a boost and everything is okay. But it really, really bothered me. It bothered me. It's actually scared me a little to think that I had a week where, I mean, yes, food and the cats were covered and I did have like $50 left over to do some savings challenges, but none of my sinking funds got stuffed. And if I didn't have the savings challenges that I do and put that money towards sinking funds, like that would have left me short on some of my bills, my monthly bills, and that bothered me. That really, really bothered me. So that's why, while these envelopes are looking so healthy right now, I'm skipping a few of the regular payments because I've built the envelopes up enough where I can do that, and putting that money into miscellaneous to start building that up to have a buffer for if that ever happens again, because it really bothered me. It really bothered me. All right, so that's why I'm putting 100 into miscellaneous. So that now has 100 in the envelope. So it's got 50 in my purse, but 100 in the envelope as well. So, yeah. All right, rates is getting its normal 40. And that brings that up to 3,230. Electricity is getting 15. And that brings that up to 755 because there is 740 in the bank. Now water is getting 5, so no, water's not getting anything. So there's nothing in the envelope. There's 100 in the bank, but I got the water bill this week. No, late last week I got the water bill, and it's close to $70. So $70 of that is coming out. So that's going to leave 30 in there, and so it'll be $30 total now, because I haven't taken the money out yet. It will come out next week because I'm going to pay that bill this week. So it'll be recorded on this sheet for next week. Yeah, but that means that the bank total's got to come out of the bank. So the bank total is going to be $30 rather than 100. Okay, Christmas and birthdays are both getting 5. So 355, so that's now 360 and $55. My birthday is not getting anything because that is funded by savings challenges. Medical is not getting anything, and vet is not getting anything. So they're both 0 with 515 in the bank and 280 in the bank. Clothing is getting 5. I was going to skip that, but I'm still in the mindset that if I do get this job, if a job becomes available, if the higher powers decide that, you know, a job is available, and I get that job, I'm going to need some nicer work clothes, like some nice clothes for work. Holiday is getting 5, so that will be 135. Household is getting 5, so that is 55. Now the savings challenges are still getting 60. Tax is getting 30, and that's from an ironing job that I had during the week. So that is 30. So that is 1,650 altogether for tax. And finally, sadly, Scott's Head is not getting anything. But Scott's Head recently got a really good boost. So there is 55 in the envelope, and that is from a subscriber donation during the month of April, which has now been transferred. Well, it's been taken out of my PayPal account and put into the Scott's Head envelope. And then at the end of May, it will go into the account in the bank for Scott's Head with any other money that I save. So that means $710 altogether. And as I said, when I did that stuffing there, this figure here, $710, means that 2 teenagers are definitely going to Scott's Head next year. How awesome is that? And it's thanks to generous donations from some of my subscribers who I cannot thank enough. They know who they are. They don't want to be named, but they know who they are. And I am so eternally thankful for their contributions to this wonderful, wonderful venture. And so, so 2 teenagers are going, and it is only May. And so who knows, by December, which is when the money will go into the Scott's Head account, into like the Scott's Head bank account, not my Scott's Head bank account, into the actual, like, it basically gets handed over to the committee is what I'm trying to say. That happens in December. So who knows, by then we could have another 2 going. We could have 4 kids all up, or 5 kids, who knows, going to Scott's Head, because I'm going to keep saving for it, even though I've reached the goal with your help of sending 2. The goal, the bar has been lifted, people. So let's aim to send a few more. Okay, so that's it for my budget for another week. I am so grateful. I just have to say, it's been a tough couple of weeks. It's been a tough month. I think when March ended and I worked out what the side hustle income from my ironing was for March, March was the best month in my ironing side hustle that I have ever had. All glory to God. Sadly, April is the worst month. The worst month. It's the worst month I've had. But it happens. I'm not bummed about it. I would like more ironing jobs. I do have one ironing job here to do, but that's just one lady's sheets. That's a quick job, but everything is a blessing. Everything is a blessing. And so I just have to give all glory to God for his provision, because he has provided in ways that I can't even tell you about. One way in particular that is a blessing beyond, and I don't want to say what it is, but it's a blessing beyond anything that I can really put into words. And it blows my mind, and I am so unworthy. I am so unworthy, and I find myself thinking, why me? Why me? Why not somebody else? But I am so thankful for the blessing that is happening. And yeah, I'll leave it there without getting too mushy, and it's a bit hard to sort of express myself when, it's very personal and I don't want to give any details away. But God is taking care of me. No doubts about that. God is taking care of me through times when money's really tight. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Please like, subscribe, comment and share, and hit the notification bell. And stay tuned for my next video. And in the meantime, take care, God bless, and I love you. Bye-bye.